Hello friends! Today I wanted to walk you through my 2022 reading journal setup. For this year I'm using an Archer and Olive and Pipa collaboration square journal in the 8x8 size. When you first open the journal you'll see this little envelope, and this is where I store all of my book covers so that when I read the book and I make a spread on it I easily have them all available. Next thing is my cover page, and this was just like a watercolor tutorial that I followed on YouTube, and it just says when I start my reading journal and when I finish it, yeah, I love how this came out. So next one is my shelfie, and I used washi tape for most of this to make like the windows and like the sofa in here and this little rug, and then I just used watercolor to finish the rest. Next one is my A to Z challenge, and this is one of my favorite challenges. So basically you write down the book for which of the letters of the alphabet that you've read it. I always have a hard time like finishing this challenge, so we'll see how we do this year. Next one is my subscription boxes page, and this is where I keep track of all of my book subscription boxes. The main three that I usually get is OwlCrate, Illumicrate, and FairyLoot. And basically I just write down the name of the book that is for that month, and whether I subscribe to it that month or not. So for example, for January I skipped my OwlCrate, but I'm still keeping my Illumicrate and FairyLoot. Next one is my TBR list, and this is where I write down the names of the books that people recommend, or if I see a cool new book on Instagram or YouTube, I just write it down here so I can have it for when I need something new to read. So next is my book bracket, and I really love this challenge. So basically every month I pick a favorite for the month, and then I just have them compete against each other until I come to the final. And this helps me pick like my favorite book for the year. Yeah, for 2021 my favorite book was The House in the Cerulean Sea, so we'll see what 2022 has to offer. Next, I have two reading challenges. The first one is the book bingo, and basically like whenever I read a book that fits one of these themes, I just color it in, and the goal is to complete as many, if not all of them. So we'll see how I do with that. And the next one is my Goodreads challenge. My goal for 2022 is 45 books with a bonus of 55. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Hopefully I finish it. Next is my most anticipated books for 2022. So 22 books in 2022. And basically if I read it, I'm just going to put a star rating right beneath it and then color it in. Next is my index page, and I think like I love having an index page in my reading journals because it makes it easy to kind of like keep track of what I have. So the next one is another reading challenge, and this is the lifetime of reading. So basically for each month I'll be reading a book that is set in one of these prompts in here. So for January I need to read an adult fiction with a child protagonist under 12, and so forth. And basically like by the end of the year you've read at least a book for each of the decades in your life. And then it's like my Instagram tracker, and this is basically where I'll be putting how many followers I had starting for each month, and see how I grow. The next part is the first line of a book. So this is something new that I'm trying this year, but basically I wanted to write down the first line of each of the books that I'll be reading, and it's kind of like one line a day if you journal. I thought it would be cute to kind of like see, because a lot of the times like I get hooked on a book just by the first line, so I thought it would be cool to like see how they change. So next one, this is going to be my January cover page. I'm using these Archer and Olives that came with a subscription box, and basically the way that I'm thinking of doing the cover pages next year is having all of the books that I read next to it, how many books, how many pages, as well as reading stats for that month. So the amount of books by like star rating, by publishing year, by genre, where it was fiction or nonfiction, and also by author's identity. And then one last thing that I'm trying to do is a series tracker, and this is where I'll be coloring in each book that I read from the series, and it's whether I've started already or where I do want to start, and so this is where I'll keep track of all of those books. So this was all my 2022 reading journal setup. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and yeah, I hope to see you with more videos in the future. Thank you so much.